Oh.
Yeah, got to start right away. Here, I'll look at your CV so that I can ask questions based on that.
It's not really, it has musical also accomplishments, but my life kind of thing.
So it's Mike McCormick here, and I'm talking with Petra. Now, how do I pronounce it? Is it Saric or Saric?
Saric.
Saric?
Yes.
And is that because of the little accent?
It is.
Yes. So if I forgot the accent, would it be Saric?
We wouldn't say Saric, we would say Saric.
Saric. All right,
Yeah.
See, I'm already learning things like that.
Yes.
So where are you from?
I'm from Zagreb, Croatia, Europe.
Yeah.
It's a small country.
It's a small country. And where is Croatia?
So Croatia is right across Italy, kind of in the middle of Europe, but everyone says that they're in the middle of Europe, so it's, in Europe.
But you're really the middle of Europe.
We are really
everyone else is just...
Everyone else is...
You are the spoke... Everyone else is the spokes on the bicycle. They're delusional.
Yes.
Okay, so this is almost as far from Zagreb, Croatia as you can get. How the heck did you end up here in Renfrew, Ontario?
Well, I didn't really sign up for Renfrew.
Okay, we'll get into that.
I actually wanted to improve my French.
Okay.
Because I felt like my English was kind of good enough already, and I was, so I applied for exchange to go to France or to go to Belgium, and my third choice was Canada, thinking that they would send me to Quebec.
Okay.
And when the other two didn't work out, they said, okay, well, we'll send you to Quebec. But a month later, there's an email saying, welcome to Renfrew, a little town of 8,000 people with no French francophones. But, I was thinking a lot if, what should I say? Should I accept this? Should I not go? Because, piano was also a big part of my life that was questionable because, I can't really transport it, put it on a plane and come here. So, and schools and everything, but I know myself, and I know that I would be asking myself for the rest of my life what would happen if I would have come here, so I might as well. Why to turn down this opportunity, because,
Right.
You never know what can happen. So that's why I kind of said, okay, let's give it a try.
Like, is it something you could have applied for the exchange program next year, or is it based on age? Or?
It's not, but I felt like it would be better if I would do it this year. The system is kind of different. So next year when I go back home, I have to write my final kind of high school exam. So that's really important for going to university and all that.
Sure.
So that's that would be, I wouldn't be able to do that if I would have gone next year. So that's why I went this year, so I can go back and do all that.
Right. So what grade are you here?
I'm grade 11, although technically I think I should be grade 12 because I'm 17, but yeah.
And is the school system similar, or?
No, it's very different. Yeah.
How so?
So after elementary school, we kind of have
and how old are you finishing elementary school?
I was 14.
Okay.
And you have to kind of collect marks and to enroll into a certain kind of high school. Mm-hmm. All good. So there are basically 3 kind of main types. So you can go to a kind of workplace high school, trade high school, or you can go to a college stream high school, or more academic university stream. And so that's where I went, the academic one. So yeah, that's very, very different than anything here. We don't have we have 6 or 7 courses per day that are 45 minutes long, and it's very different. We don't do sports and musicals, and we just study.
Okay, well that would be very different.
Yeah.
So did you have any expectations of what you were going to find in Renfrew, Canada? Did you know anything about it?
Well, I did a lot of research.
Oh, did you? Okay, good.
Kind of prepare myself, and not just, I'm going to Canada. So yeah, a big part that made me a lot happier was that it's so close to Ottawa, so I could escape kind of whenever I get... Because I kind of knew always that I think I would like to live in a city, not in a small town. But people would always say, but how can you know that if you haven't tried anything else, anything different?
Right.
But now I have, and I think I can still say that I will live in a city, yeah. Hi.
Well, You never know. I mean, that is one of the beauties of where we are is the access to the cities. I mean, how spread out are things in Croatia? How many major cities would there be?
Not a lot. Most of the quarter of the population actually lives in Zagreb.
Okay.
So that's the capital. So Croatia has 4 million people, and there's 1 million in Zagreb.
Right.
So yeah, it's but there are little places are very different than little places here. I feel like they're much more rural here, and yeah, the coast is. When I think of little places, I think of little like villages in east or on the coast that are very different than a little place like Renfrew.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we're pretty spread out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everything's so wide. That's the other thing about Canada. When you guys go for like a 2-hour ride, which is nothing for us back home, it's like, who's gonna drive for 2 hours? And here it's like, oh, it's just around the corner. Yeah.
Well, you get used to that distances. So where did you pick up English? Is that taught in school, or is that because of your family?
Yeah, it was taught in school. No, my dad can speak enough to comprehend and kind of make a, get a gig. Okay. But yeah, that was mostly school, and I picked up from TV and music. And
okay.
Just kind of, I don't really know.
And how has that been different for you, the TV and radio and music?
So we just. What I like about it is that we don't synchronize, so we just have subtitles, so you can listen and read the translation.
Okay.
So I think that's what really helps, because if I lived in Germany, they just make everything in German,
right?
And they don't really, so.
But so when you came here, had you already seen some of the movies and stuff that your peers at school would have seen? Would you listen to the same kind of music on the radio, or?
Maybe not Renfrew, because there's a lot of country going on here.
There is.
And I.
You don't have country music in Croatia?
I wasn't exposed to country music before.
Well, see, that should have been part of your research. Yeah,
so I'm still learning about that, but yeah, it is. The big shots are the same. And it's the same.
How do you pronounce Lady Gaga in Croatian?
The same. We just we don't make it.
Okay. Well, let's talk about music for a bit. So, how long have you been playing music for? So
it's been 10 years. I've started when I was 7, and that's when I enrolled in music school. So that was part of my day-to-day life. First, I would go to normal high school, and then after that, I would go to music school where I would have everything else.
And that'd be every day?
That was every day. In elementary school, it wasn't maybe every day. It was maybe two or 3 times per week. But now it was every day, and it was 4 or 5 courses.
Oh, so you're getting everything. So it was not just keyboard. It was theory.
So it was it was theory, harmony, polyphony, choir, chamber music, history of music, musical forms, and a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And so how many kids would have been going there?
Well, the numbers were decreasing by every year, because a lot of kids start and they know how to play, basic things. But then in high school, it would maybe be like 15 of us. Yeah. And
so by the time you're in high school, by the time someone's in your age, are everyone at your sort of level of proficiency on their instrument, or is it more than just keyboard? Are there people playing brass or violin?
Oh yeah. So everything is it's different again than here. We don't have those kind of levels, so we just you go to a certain grade in high school, but that's not really that important, because you can be playing something that is much more advanced than what your level is. Right. So it's not that important.
And is it individual instruction on your instrument?
On instrument, yes, but the other ones are groups, like class.
So I mean, one of the things that was really surprising, I think, for many people at Renfrew when you played in the Rotary competition is just basically the level that you were at compared to most of the kids your age and stuff. Is that normal? Is everyone playing those kind of challenging pieces?
Well, I don't think everyone. I did do a little bit more, and I went kind of further and did competitions and. But it still sounds like there are more kids that are exposed to. Well, there is that group that kind of my friends that you always see in those competitions. So
Right.
it's always the same people, and it's like maybe 10 of us that
Okay.
know each other, and we know we're going to be there. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Well, you played wonderfully, and so we're gonna do a little concert for you in a couple weeks.
Great.
You know,
Excited.
what do you have for us? What piece are you thinking of playing?
What do I have? Well,
Well, what's your favorite? What's the kind of stuff that you enjoy playing the most? Or do you have certain composers or certain eras that you like to play the most?
well, I do enjoy playing Chopin, and but I've been told that I might be better in Beethoven and classical era.
And why is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's just that was one of the comments that the adjudicator made. I said okay. So
Did you play a Beethoven piece? for
yes,
us?
I did. I played the sonata, the Tempest sonata actually, and that could be one of the pieces that I could play at the concert. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe of those. I don't know if you were here when I played the Chopin etudes or.
I did. I heard that one.
So those maybe, and the scherzo that I played on the last night, and Beethoven, perhaps one Bach, not
Mhm.
make it too heavy.
No, not heavy Bach.
Yeah.
Is there heavy and light Bach?
No. I just not. I have like a few, so I'll just put one.
Excellent. So, and then bigger picture. How long are you going to be in Canada for?
I am leaving on 17th of July.
And what will you take back? What are you going to tell your friends when
will
you
I
get
take
back to
back?
Croatia? What are you going to say? They're a bunch of country-loving hicks that all they do is watch hockey and drink Tim Hortons. Are you going to say other things?
Yes, I'm going to say other things as well. That there are a lot of diversity, and that it's a beautiful country with beautiful land and.
Have you
a
learned
lot
about
of
hockey?
space. I have.
Were you forced to?
Well, not really. I've been only on, I think, 2 games or so, but it is very interesting. I think hockey is kind of what soccer is for us.
Mhm.
So
Well, I'll say my only knowledge of Croatia is I always like the checkerboard outfits at the World Cup.
oh,
So I would cheer for your country no matter what, just because
we'll
I
need it. We're playing,
Yeah?
I think, Brazil in the
Oh.
World Cup, and we're gonna need it.
Okay, you're toast.
Yeah.
I know that much about football. Is that if you're
Yeah,
playing
we
Brazil,
are.
you're done.
We are.
Oh well.
Seems like a setup.
Yeah, that's
but
good. Well, you got in.
We did.
You got
Small
in.
country. But
Yes, that's very good. All right, I think that's all I can think of.
Okay.
So,
Thank you
so
very
thanks,
much.
Petra, and we'll look forward to the concert.
Okay, great.
Anything you wanted to ask?
No.